Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, RuffledRowlit, back with a brand new video, guys. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a brand new rumor, guys. They keep just popping up out of nowhere, guys. They're like little birdies, just coming out of nowhere, guys. Literally, it's so many. It is so many, but your boy is here to cover them, talk about them, and try to debunk them. That's my main like point of being here, right? Trying to debunk these bad boys. Also, let me know in the comment section down below, guys. Right now, let me know in the comment section. Should I shave the beard? Do hashtag no beard or hashtag beard if you want to keep the beard, because it's a bit of a neck beard right now. I'm trying to grow it out. It's taking a bit of time. It's really slow, as you can see, it's really slow, but it's coming along. So if you guys want to see the beard keeping, being in the videos, let me know in the comment section down below, guys. Hashtag beard, hashtag no beard. Either way, let's get into the actual content today, guys, which is going to be a brand new rumor that popped up on 4chan, which is suggesting a lot of really weird stuff, a lot of really interesting stuff, though, I've got to say, like a lot of really cool stuff, but also its claim for this information being real is very sketchy, okay? Just very sketchy. I'm just going to be honest. But let's just get into the actual information, ladies and gentlemen, which is this right here. So, as you may notice, we've got the top dog here, which is the Sword and Shield, demo cartridges, title of this post here, which, just going to be honest, sounds ludicrous. I'm just being honest. That sounds ludicrous. But hey, I don't know who these people are and if they are legitimate or not. But they do seem to give a lot of really intriguing information here, which could be fun if it was real. But let's get into the actual information here. But you also remember, guys, these are all rumors, so do take this with a mountain of salt. Okay, just don't go with the assumption this is real. There's so many rumors right now. They're all contradicting each other. Or there are a bunch of them contradicting each other. A bunch of them connecting with each other. A bunch of them connecting to each other, but also contradicting each other in other areas. It's a little bit strange. Okay. But let's just start with what we have right in front of us, guys, which is this. So, Sword and Shield demo cartridges. Things are about to really start heading up in the world of Pokemon leaks, because 3 of their E3 demo cartridges are currently unaccounted for, or I should say, 2 out of 3. I have an acquaintance who has obtained one of these cartridges in a manner which I was not made privy to. However, I have been given some of the information immediately obtainable prior to data mining. Okay, now, if this was real, this would be fun, but my boy, are you seriously trying to tell me that they would have messed up and lost 2 out of 3 cartridges for an E3 event? I mean, listen, I know Game Freak and Pokemon Company and all these guys, Nintendo, could seem like they're sometimes a little bit goofy and all that, but I don't think they're that incompetent that they would lose their cartridges like that. I personally don't think that they're incompetent like that and they would mess up that hard. I just don't think so. But let's just see what you actually have to say here, buddy. So, the explorable area for the demo is roughly what has been circled in on the map, which he says is right here, which is disappointing if this is everything. If this is all the area we have to explore, that's lame. I mean, it seems like the more of the map would be slightly more, sure, the rest of the map doesn't feel a bit, locked in, but I don't know, man. But he continues on in saying that this area is huge, around 3 to 4 times the size of Vermilion Forest. If every okay, Vermilion Forest. I think he's talking about Viridian Forest here. I think he's talking about a different forest here, because, I mean, if we search up Vermilion Forest, I'm pretty sure there's no, Vermilion Forest, let's see. Vermilion, no, everything comes up is literally, wait, let me see, what the hell? I'm pretty sure the dude's talking about, I think he's talking about Viridian Forest. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's talking about Viridian Forest. Because when you look up Vermilion Forest, nothing comes up, because I don't think there's a forest there. But, I mean, it's probably Viridian Forest what he's talking about. So, you already got a mistake in what he's saying here, which is that this area is huge, around 3 to 4 times the size of Vermilion Forest, in every inch of, and every inch of it, if every inch of it were explorable rather than sectioned off by rows of trees, okay? You are given all 3 starters, level 10, in the demo, and you can travel around battling wild Pokemon as well as a few trainers. Now, I actually think this could be real, though. What he's saying here, but this is also guessable information, right? But I do think that if there is a demo of these games, which, not demo for you and me to play on our Switches, but a demo during E3, during press promotion and all that stuff. You know how they did, like, last year, guys? Some of you may not know this, but they did a promotion leading up to Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, where people could come to, like, these events in the US, these small events all over the US, where they set up shop, and people come and play, like, Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, leading up to the release and whatnot, just playing the demo, so to say. And there was a lot of demo footage from, like, Viridian Forest being shown off for Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee, so it wouldn't surprise me if this is another thing that could be, real. But again, this is a very guessable thing, right? This is something that you could probably have guessed, or assumed, or, made up, so to say. I think most people could, have thought of that. But let's continue here, though. So, you buy a few trainers. You do not have Pokeballs and cannot catch any of the wild Pokemon in the game, okay? You also do not gain experience, so you cannot level up the starters to evolve them, alright? The wild Pokemon you encounter are a green-colored bird named Warbler, which seems styled after a wooden warbler, okay. A dog named Pembroke, which kind of reminds me of Pembroke, either way. A dog named Pembroke, a water rodent named Navoli, okay. A grass-type badger named Thisley, bug named Junymph, okay. That sounds interesting. So let me go through these, right? So, a green-colored bird Pokemon named Swarbler. Swarbler. I'm trying to see if there's a pun in that, because a lot of these rumor people would usually like add like little puns in the names to mess with people who are reading these things. So I'm trying to think if there's like something weird there, because the names do sound a bit odd. Which seems styled after a wooden warbler. Okay, wooden warbler. Let me just search that up real quick. Exactly what that is, because there's some animals in the world which I do not know shit about. So wooden warbler is Grönsångare in Swedish. Which is a tiny little green bird, which, okay, I could see that being a Pokemon. I could definitely see that. I do wonder if it is present in England. That would be a very good point. Alright, here we go. It is a UK conservation status, red. Ooh, so it is not doing good in the UK, I guess. The red list. Species is globally threatened. So yeah, this is a globally threatened. The wood warbler is, you know... It's basically got a extinction rate thing going on for it, mate. So it's not in a good position right now. This poor little birdie is having a hard time. But it's a green little bird, so it would make sense if that's what, you know, they went for there, which I see totally being reasonable. Doesn't seem to be too strange. A dog named Pembroke, which that gives me again to think of Pembroke for some reason from a series I'm watching. And a water rodent named Navoli. Now, if I search up Navoli, I swear to God, it sounds like a Russian name almost. Or like Navole. So Navole is actually a city in the province of Treviso in a area that I can't really figure out, but it's actually the name of a city here, which I can't really figure out what exactly it is. But Navoli or Navoye, I guess is one way to say it. It's actually a city area or a province, I guess, or I guess a city. No, it looks like a city, a small city area. But I'm not sure where in the world that is though. Can't really tell. But hey, whatever. You know, it sounds like a cool name though. So, and the final one here, a grass-type badger named Thisley, which I feel like I've seen this name before. I could be wrong, but I feel like I've seen this name before in a Pokemon. You know, I mean, it sounds a little bit like, you know, I guess the flower Thizzle, the Thizzle flower, which is kind of like purple-ish. So if there's a grass-type badger named Thisley, maybe it's going to be purple-colored. Who knows? And also a bug named Junymph, which sounds like you're going for the word juniper, but maybe I'm missing it. Okay. Also, next part of the actual rumor here. You can battle a couple last trainers, but I mean, we've already seen the lasses. Bug catchers, one fisherman, one sky trainer, and one veteran trainer. Okay. The last trainer uses Pembroke, Warbler, and or Thisley, okay? The bugcatcher uses Junymph, and the evolved form of it named Trinstra, and Shield Sect, which seems to be based on on the Juniper Shield bug and the different stages of adulthood. Okay, so Juniper Shield bug. Let's search that up real quick. I'm not showing it. I'm not showing it on screen here, but I'm going to show you all these things as I'm slowly going through them, so you guys can kind of see what we're talking about. But here's, for example, one of these. So this is the shield bug, which is would make sense, you know, seeing a Pokemon based on this. It makes sense because it's called literally a shield bug, so it would be strange if they didn't go for that. You know what I mean? Also, when it comes to the whatchamacallit, the wood warbler here, we'll search that up as well, so you guys can kind of like see what we're talking about here. UK, so it is a UK bird. It's this little guy. It's really small, tiny. Just wanted to show it real quick here, so if anybody missed it. And I think the final thing we have down here, which was also mentioned, let's see. So we have got the Shield Sect, which is based on that in different stages, and the fisherman uses Navoli as well as Magikarp. The Sky Trainer is on the cliff near the bottom of the area and challenges you to a sky battle before saying, or paraphrasing, "Oh, but you don't seem to have any flying type Pokemon." It then shows a cutscene type deal where the trainer, using her glider, jumps down from a cliff and lands beside you to challenge you to do a normal regular battle with her Warbler. The Ace Trainer can be battled multiple times. I mean, he said Veteran Trainer up here, but now he changed it to Ace Trainer. Okay. I mean, I don't know about you, dog, but, I mean, you got to be making choices a little bit, you know, in terms of wording here. I mean, I'm starting to, like, you know, shift around how I feel about this more and more, the more you keep messing out the actual names of things. Like, for example, calling it Vermilion Forest when it's, like, I think you're talking about Viridian Forest, You know, fair enough, fair mess up, I get it. Sometimes I mess up, like, I mess up names all the time, okay? I do it all the time. But then down here, you literally, you go Veteran Trainer up here, and then shortly down here, you change it to Ace Trainer. I mean, again, they are really, I mean, they are technically, I guess, Veteran Trainers, but... You know, keeping that consistency is good, you know, most of the time. The Ace Trainer can battle multiple times using a level 16 starter, but seems to randomly determine which starter. Okay, that should... okay. That's strange. I don't know. That just seems very odd. But I don't know. So the part that really gets me, you know, confused is, of course, you know, the misinformation, but rather this miss up here with Vermilion Forest, as well as the Sky Trainer jumping down from above for, you know, doing this whole thing. It seems a little bit odd and a little bit out of the ordinary for Pokemon. And also the fact that, I mean, just when I think about it, like, it just feels a little bit strange. The names feel odd, but the Pokemon, like, typings, the actual creatures themselves, you know, being based on this animal or that animal or whatever, that actually seems reasonable. In all fairness, that does seem reasonable, and I give it a pass in that regard, because it does seem like these animals would make sense to have actually in a region based on the UK. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. I don't think I've got much else to say in regards to this, so I would just love to know in the comment section down below, guys. What do you think about this? Do you think it's real or fake? Do you think it's, you know, do you think it does hold the value? Do you think it doesn't hold the value? Let me know in the comment section down below. Personally, I don't think so. Based on the fact that there seems to be a lot of aspects here that to be, you know, be missing, the fact that he gets a few things wrong in his own, like, you know, explanation. And also, let's start with the biggest issue here, which is literally the fact that he's saying here that he, you know, 2 out of 3 cartridges were unaccounted for. It just seems a little bit, you know, I don't know, man, a little bit too sketchy for my taste. So I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. I'd love to know in the comment section down below, though, what you guys think about this. What are your opinions, your thoughts? Let me know, guys. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, then drop a like down below. Subscribe for future videos. Jeez, I can't speak. Either way, subscribe for future videos. Have a great day. And also, guys, I have an Instagram now at RuffledRowlit. And also, if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at RigPop420. So do check that out. Giving me a follow. We're getting closer to 8,000 followers. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. And bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.